I ran into Ken. I just ran into Ken Schreiner about a week ago. He saw me and went, hey, I'm back in the show. I was like, cool. I run into Jack every once in a while. But yeah, it's you know what it is too. What I love about it, you're going back to the 1970s,
right?
To have that, and here again, it speaks again to our fan base,
right?
To be able to bring guys back. Where else in television film do you have people that you haven't seen for that long of a period of time and be embraced? To bring it back, for the idea of a ratings booster, and to again reacquaint yourself with a fan base you haven't had for 30, 40 years now. But look at that; it's amazing. The fans are amazing. Daytime television fans are so underrated and so discounted. It's a shame.
Yeah, thank you for saying that.
Well, and our goal is to not have them discounted anymore, which is where we're headed.
Well, why don't you tell us some of your projects that you have upcoming?
Okay. Well, the heart of what we're going to be doing to start is, again, what we want to do is we want to give back to the fans. Everything is about giving back to the fans. We want to give them, shows that we've created or movies that we've created or opportunities that we've created in which you can get to know the actor, who the real actor is behind the character that you play, as well as see those characters in different mediums and enjoy their work as you have for so long. So the website that we're launching is PAOSRevolution.com, and PAOSRevolution.com will be launching this week. We're hoping early part of the week, but the best way to keep up with us to know when that's going to happen is go to our Facebook page, which is Facebook.com/PAOSRevolution or at PAOS Revolution as far as following us on Twitter. We're going to be launching that this week. And the core behind, what we're going to start with that and the focal point is going to be our blog. What we want to do with our blog is we want to create a place where you can hear the voice of the actual person, either behind the scenes or the actor or whoever it is that we have guest blogging that week. John's going to be doing a lot of stuff to start. Jordy's going to be doing a lot of stuff to start. I'll do some stuff to start. But we already have a lot of people who are already lining up to, just give you a more personal feel and a more personal insight to who they are and what they're up to and what they're doing or their thoughts on an episode or the reboot or whatever it might be. We really want to give you that as the start. And then what we'll be launching in the next few weeks is we're going to be solely dependent on our fans. And we're banking on our fans. Like we said, they're not going to be discounted anymore. We're banking on them for their support with what we're going to do with our first web series, which is a show called Perfect Day. And Perfect Day is a show where we take a fan and treat them like a star for a day. They're going to get their dream come true and get to spend a day. They're going to get to spend a perfect day with their favorite star and get to experience a cool city, just getting to spend personal time with that person they love while helping that star raise awareness for the charity that's closest to their heart.
Oh, I love that.
That's awesome. That's great.
Good.
So
we hope everyone else feels that way as well. The reaction that you guys gave us is the way that we feel about the show as well. So.
Yeah.
Well, don't forget Chicago. You got to come here. I want a perfect day.
Oh, yeah. Chicago's on our list for sure.
Well, sure. The great part about this show is we can make as many episodes as there are stars and fans, which is where, our support, where we need the support from the fans to come in. We're going to start a Kickstarter to raise some money to shoot our pilot episode. And that Kickstarter will give us an opportunity to get it started, but also give the fans a chance to support immediately what it is we're wanting to do with it. And we're going to call in all kinds of favors. We're going to call in all kinds of favors, both me, John, and Jordy, to get this done as cheaply as we can. But we're going to do a great show. The first one's going to center around the cause that we're going to center around is autism, which is a very close one to my heart. My nephew is 13 years old, and he's autistic on the higher end of the spectrum, and I want to help raise awareness for that as much as we can on a very personal level. For me, on the pilot episode, and Jordy will be our star with that one to start, and then we will grow from there with as many daytime stars as we can. Everyone we've talked to has been interested. I won't mention their names until we officially start getting funding together for that. But I've been talking to Jordy and John about it. The thing I would love to see happen when we do the Kickstarter, and I don't know if you're aware of how that works, but
I do. Kickstarter is huge these days, and I see a lot of projects taking off because of that.
Yeah, and it's a great opportunity, and the coolest thing is you can also overfund it, which is what we're hoping to show, that the daytime crowd is better than any, and the more we overfund it, the more episodes we get to make immediately. And that's what we're really hoping to see happen. And in the meantime, on our website, we also will have a merchandise line that we started with our own logoed clothing that we've put together, which is really cool. And we're going to have some of that on the Kickstarter, as well as a bunch of great rewards that we think the fans will enjoy, whether it's a chance to get an autographed picture, or whether it's to get something cool like a PAOS calendar magnet for your refrigerator. Or whatever it is we have available. We're going to have a lot of cool things. We're going to be looking forward to everybody checking that out. But the coolest way you can do that.
There's apparel available.
There's what available?
Apparel.
Yeah, the apparel is going to be available, and it's going to be a really, really cool opportunity for us to take advantage of what's going on in the world out there right now. The projects that people care most about, they're funding themselves with the support of their fans, and we've got more than enough fans to support what it is we want to do, and we're really looking forward to doing that and making as many episodes as we can and covering as many, not only fans' dreams come true, but also putting awareness to charities in a great way. So,
and
really
I thank you for
that
because my son has pervasive developmental disorder, which is a form of autism, but there's other things involved, and I don't think there's enough information out there, and more needs to be done about it.
Right. Well, and I think we can also, the other cool thing, what Jordy talked about there's a lot of bad, reality TV out there. We also want to flip the script on that, because this is, in essence, a reality show. And instead of centering on the negativity that has affected many celebrities, some put it on themselves, but John and I and Jordy all have friends who have been affected by the press in a negative way, and the TMZs of the world and all those that kind of thrive on the negative end. We want to be the exact opposite and thrive on the positive end and show what, when you do achieve your dreams and get to be a star and have a celebrity status, so to speak, you can use that for great things. And John always talks about when we go places, talks about what George Clooney did in a very short period of time, raising $58 million for, for what was it, for Darfur or something, John?
For Haiti.
For Haiti.
Well, for Haiti, for one, Darfur is an ongoing, cause for George.
Right.
And to be able to take what you are and turn it into, help for others is an amazing thing. So I had an argument with someone one day about, it was a football player, and his new contract came out, and this guy was talking about, how greedy he is, how this he is. And I'm like, you have no idea who or what he gives his money to. And to me, what amount of money is too much money? My son right now is in his senior year at Berkeley. My daughter's at SDSU. For me to be able to look at them and go, hey, here's a pediatric AIDS wing for your university. Thanks for having my kid. Wouldn't that be a great thing to do?
It would. Definitely.
That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, so, I like that kind of reality.
And it's becoming, I feel, as an artist and kind of, with the kind of reach that you get now and the kind of interaction that you're able to reach with fans, and the kind of communication that's almost personal. I mean, Twitter, Facebook, it's almost like you're having email, you're having a conversation with these fans. It's no longer you send a letter or something like that. And if you believe in something as an artist, whether it's a piece of material, a cause, or how you believe television or reality television should segue into the future, and you feel strongly about it, I think you have that power to put that kind of stuff out there and to influence people. And, for me, I've always been inspired by people like George Clooney and people who have been able to use their own quote unquote star power to influence for the better good. And I'm hoping, with this union, with this production company, with PAOS Revolution, that we can do that. We can unite with other artists, daytime or not, people who just really want to say, hey, you know what, you guys are putting a great product out there, and we want to highlight our thoughts and our charity through your website, through your content, through your show, Perfect Day, because the word needs to get out there, and people need to hear about our cause. So I think that that's coming full circle with what it is, that I kind of intended to start in this profession with, was inspiration. I've always been inspired, whether it's a great story, watching a film, or seeing someone kind of really be able to affect an audience or with a cause or with a story, and that's kind of what I've always aspired to do. That's what I want, and I believe that's what John and Jeff want as well.
And
Absolutely.
thank God for social media, because you can get the word across to millions of people in such a short time, and to make a difference quickly in whatever you're trying to help.
Well, and that's where we would love the support of our fans out there. The thing that was discounted by the networks was millions of fans. When All My Children went off the air, One Life to Live, we still had 1 to 2, 3 million fans still watching. And in most cases, in nighttime television, you're still on the air at those numbers.
Right. Or less.
Yeah, or less.
Yeah, or less. Yes. Yep.
And so the thing is that with that in mind, with the social media level, if we could get even half of that audience to put their put their weight behind us and like our Facebook page and follow us on Twitter and go to our website on a daily basis and support the projects that we're doing, there's going to be a huge light shined on the fact that loyal fan base still matters. And that's what Save the Soaps was about, I think, for you guys. And that's what we're responding to, and that's what we want to help build off of. And if we
Did
do
you
that,
ever think that you would see the day that the fans actually got something to happen?
Listen, I'm
not surprised.
I was hugely bolstered a couple of years ago by one story of a man that I got to tell you I miss very much. He had an impact on many, many lives, mine in particular, John Engel. We lost John last year, which, I used to see John on a daily basis, and just an amazing individual with an amazing family and just a love of just life, going to work. And we, lost him at General Hospital. Whatever the powers that be, I'm not going to point a finger at anybody, but all of a sudden we don't have John. But the fan outcry was so great that, and Days was, smart enough, they scooped him up almost immediately.
Right,
and
I remember him being on there.
Yep, and the next thing you know, here's John back at GH, because our fan outcry was so great. It just couldn't be denied. And to take a fixture, a patriarch of a family, granted, a fictional family, but still the impact that he had on your fan base, for them to have an outcry, and it was so cool to see those people actually speak up about it, to bring them back. And when I saw it there, it was kind of a microcosm of what we're doing now.
I love that the stations, CBS and ABC and NBC, get on Twitter now and go, they talk back and forth with the fans, and the fans will speak about what they're happy with, what they're not happy with, and we know that they're listening. Whether it changes or not, if it's something we don't like, whether that changes or not doesn't really, it makes a difference, but it doesn't make a difference. The difference is they are listening.
Yep.
Well,
right.
Yeah, and you
guys
talk
are
about
speaking, and the fans are speaking. That's to me, really important. Yeah, I get what you're saying, that they're listening, but the fans have to speak.
Right.
And I think that the thing that you said about people, in the early part of our conversation today, that people don't like to change, Remember, networks are made up of people too, and they don't want to
Right.
change what they're doing at first, but they
Right.
will. You know, reality